Sharing healthy recipes is one way to improve your diet. So here to share another healthy recipe is Janika Covington of Mama Nika's Homemade Things. We are making a delicious treat today. It's great to have you, Janika.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Brittany.
We are so glad to have you. And so today we are making one that you could have probably all day long.
It's a play on mango sticky rice, but it's mango sticky oats.
Mango sticky oats. Okay,
Yes.
so how do we get this started?
Okay, so we get it started. We already put in here a cup of water and a cup of full fat coconut milk. That's very important because it gives it that creamy texture.
Okay, so typically when you would make oatmeal, you do water, but we're using coconut milk today.
Yes.
And water, so
Yes.
half and half here.
Half and half.
Brought it to a boil, right?
Yep, brought it to a boil, and then we're gonna add a cup of oats,
Okay.
of rolled oats.
Wonderful.
Into that mix.
And is this more of a breakfast or is this a dinner side or when do you serve it?
I have eaten it at breakfast, and it can absolutely
Wonderful.
be
All right, so this is a versatile recipe for
Yes, it
stir.
is.
All right,
Yes.
great. Why don't I stir that for you while you get some of the other ingredients? Where did you come up with this recipe?
You know what? I love this lovely lady on Instagram. Her name is Sweet Vegan.
Yes.
Sweet Vegan.
Okay.
And she just gives us all the plant-based ideas.
Wonderful.
And I absolutely love mango sticky rice, but it's white rice. You know,
Sure.
trying to be a little bit on the healthier side. Mango sticky oats.
Great. All right. What else are we throwing in there?
We got to add our cinnamon sticks.
Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Let that seep a little bit.
We're putting three cinnamon sticks in there.
We're gonna cut up the mango, slice the mango. Mango is absolutely delicious. And you know what I recently just found out about mango? That it is good for your digestion, for your gut health.
Wonderful.
And your colon.
So not only are we eating plant-based, we are improving our gut health with this
Yes,
recipe
we are.
as well. Now, Janika, as you're cutting that, why did you decide to go plant-based for your family?
So, my kids have severe allergies. My daughter and my son are extremely allergic to dairy. My son, eggs, and my daughter is fish and peanuts and sesame. And so I didn't want to stop nursing when I had them, so I continued to nurse them. And in order to do that for my son, I had to eliminate the dairy out of my diet.
All right, and did you see improvements when you went plant-based for yourself? Because you were not plant-based your whole life.
Absolutely, absolutely. And honestly, that's kind of why I've stuck to it. I mean, my son is 8 now, and I haven't gone back because I have felt so much better in my body, you know, not as sluggish, not as weighed down, just overall better. And I've gotten a lot of my family and my friends to eat more plant-based by doing so.
That's great. And if someone's just getting started on their plant-based journey, what are some tips you would have for them?
You know, I say take it one day at a time. Like start one day off with, you know, a lot of people do meatless Monday, right?
Sure.
So you try a couple of days where you're gonna be meatless and then take away, you know, something just little by little to help you ease into the process. And if you don't feel like you want to be completely plant-based, like I said, do maybe 1 or 2 days a week.
Sure, so you're saying baby steps here.
Baby steps, yeah.
I love that. All right, so any rhyme or reason to cutting that mango, or we're just chopping it up into little pieces?
Mango is one of the hardest fruit, I will say.
It really is. Listen, we eat a lot of mango in our house.
I'm trying to make it pretty for you.
It's not clean and pretty when you cut it up, but it tastes delicious.
It tastes delicious.
So we sacrifice the,
yes.
the mess for the taste for sure.
We wanted a little pretty, so I just kind of, you know, cut around the seed.
Great.
And then I just slice this.
Great, and I am stirring up our oats over here.
Good. It's looking good.
Great. So I know you said about 3 to 5 minutes for the oats, right?
About 3 to 5
Once it's
minutes.
boiling. It smells delicious already.
Yep.
All right.
And we just slice it like lengthwise here.
Great, and as you're cutting that up, what are some of the other vegan treats that you make?
So one of the top favorites is my chocolate zucchini bread.
Delicious.
Banana chocolate chip or just plain banana. And I make those vegan, and also they can be gluten-free.
Oh,
you know,
wonderful.
like
Yeah,
this milk
that's a
big thing now.
Thing these days as well. A lot of people are realizing that they need to go gluten-free for their diet. Great. All right, so what are we doing next here?
So now we're gonna put that, let's see how far we got on it.
Let's see, a couple more minutes, are we good, or?
Maybe 1 more minute.
Okay, great. What else are we adding to this dish today?
We're just gonna add, and that's what I love about oats. You can add whatever you like. I usually add a little bit. We put the cinnamon in there already. You can actually do ground cinnamon too if you don't have the sticks.
Great.
You can do a little bit of nutmeg. Some people, one of my friends' daughters, she loves this apple pie spice in hers.
That sounds like a great one.
It's delicious. And a little bit of vanilla.
Oh, wonderful. Awesome.
that's
so
it.
you can experiment with a couple different flavors that you
really
love.
could.
I love
You
the
really,
pumpkin
really
pie
could.
spice for this time of year
Yes,
too.
yes.
Great time of year to add that. All
Yep.
right, so once we get this cooking, it's really rocking and rolling in here.
Yeah.
And then we're going to add the mango here in a couple of minutes. In addition to the oats and some of the sweet treats that you make, is there anything that you make that the kids are really loving these days?
Yes, I do have savory dishes as well, like a play on. I learned a lot of cooking from my grandmother, and she's a soul cooker to the heart, and so I learned how to make the mac and cheese vegan, and
wow.
it is a staple. People love it. I even make it a lot for friends who are lactose intolerant.
Sure.
I make fried oyster mushrooms, was like a play on fried chicken.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds great.
It's delicious.
So there are
delicious.
ways to take some of our family favorites and make them just a little bit healthier and make them plant-based.
Yes.
You don't have to give up everything that you love. You just kind of alter it.
You kind of alter
Great.
it. And I think people they're just wowed by it because they can't believe, man, this is, a better way of eating.
Sure. The last time you were here, you made the tuna, the chickpea
Yes.
tuna, which was out of this world. We all loved it here in the studio. It was
I'm so
absolutely
glad.
delicious. And I think that these are simple, easy ways. I think the key word here being simple is that
Absolutely.
it's not hard to make these different swap this for that recipes.
It
All right.
isn't.
Great. So what do we do next with our
All right, we're gonna.
oats here?
Yep. Okay. Yes, this is perfect.
Great. All
This
right.
is perfect. And you could get a little bit thicker, but as oats sit, they thicken up.
They're going to thicken. Sure,
Yep,
sure. Great. All
we'll
right.
put
So
some
we're
of this
pouring
in.
that right into the bowl there.
We'll pour right in.
All right. And like we said, this is a mango sticky rice substitution. So we're using oats instead of the rice. That takes out some of the processed white rice in this recipe. All right, so what are we adding to this one?
This is a little bit of nutmeg. We already have the cinnamon.
Okay.
We're gonna put a little bit of vanilla.
Great. And if you don't have cinnamon sticks, could you add a little bit of
You can
cinnamon
use
powder in there?
Yep, the ground cinnamon
Wonderful.
is just fine. And then we put, we're trying to not use sugar, so we're going to use some
the maple
pure
syrup.
maple syrup.
Love that. Is a great substitution. Also
like
a great one for this time of year. Everybody's been collecting their syrup over the summer and into the fall months.
Yeah, you can get it natural, actually.
Great.
Yep.
All right, and stir that right up.
Stir that up.
What do
and
you
then
often serve this with?
If you use it as a dessert, this is it.
Oh, dessert.
Yes,
I love that.
This could be a dessert. But
Great.
for breakfast, people can pair it with fruit, and that's why we're gonna add some little mango here.
Great. All right, adding our mango. And Janika, if people want to check out some of your other recipes and check out Mama Nika's Homemade Things, where can they find that information?
Yes, so I am on Facebook as Mama Nika's Homemade Things. And through my Facebook page, you'll see a link for my website because I also cater and do events. You can order or place individual orders. And I'm also on Instagram as just Mama Nika's.
Wonderful. It sounds like you're really catering to the plant-based group as well as those with allergies as well. Sometimes people with allergies can't really find resources. So this is a great resource for them. And then what are you topping it with here?
Some toasted sesame seeds.
Okay.
Now, if I were serving this for my daughter Bella, I would not put the sesame seeds because she is allergic to sesame.
Gotcha.
However, and that's what I love about it, you could cater it to, those needs.
Great, great. I'm going to take a little bite here and give it a little taste. In the meantime, tell us one more time where folks can find information about Mama Nika's Homemade Things.
Yes, I'm on Facebook as Mama Nika's Homemade Things, and I'm on Instagram as Mama Nika's. And in both of those social media sites, you will find information on how to order from me.
Wonderful. That is delicious. I know my kids would go crazy for that for breakfast.
Yeah?
Sweets for breakfast, and even for a dessert as well. Janika Covington, thank you as always for joining us. This recipe is absolutely delicious. Check her out online. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.